Crusaders, you know what it stands for? Catholic Crusaders. Catholic Crusaders.
Yeah, Crusaders. Did a lot of good.
Hey, I'm Joe Johnson Jr. I was born in California, Los Angeles, South Central LA. I was brought up half my life in Pensacola, Florida. I went to this school here, Catholic High. I think my mom put me in this school because she wanted me to be successful. She wanted me to stay out the streets and definitely get some good discipline with myself. Catholic High was good to me. I met all cultures, whites, blacks, Chinese, Japanese, and they all showed me a love, you know, and that's what the world needs, love. I came here today to visit my old high school because I came in town for my motivation speaking tour kickoff. A couple schools invited me to come speak through Tallahassee, Fort Walton Beach, and Pensacola. The name of the school is Emerald Coast Marine Institute. What made me want to be a motivation speaker was just seeing kids out here in the streets doing idiotic things, selling drugs, smoking drugs, stealing, jacking. And it made me say, wow, if I could share my life story and let them know they don't have to do that to make it, because I was one of those kids. And I started picking out different things to do with my life and motivate myself. So if I can motivate myself, I can motivate other kids. Now I started my motivation speaking tour called Fight for Your Dreams. I'm really, really concerned about that because kids don't fight for their dreams. I started boxing at the age 12, and I was in California at the time. And I really didn't want to be a boxer. But I wanted to show my mom and my father, as long as I put my mind to it, I could do anything. So I picked up a boxing gym up in the neighborhood, and I started learning how to jump rope. For once in my life, that jump rope made me feel like somebody, because I learned it. All my life I've been called dumb, or I'm never gonna be anything. And when I picked that jump rope up and the coach taught me how to jump rope a boxing way, it made me feel important. So a couple things in my life that I could say that beat me so bad, it made me fight harder to fight for my dreams and goal and just do everything, you know. When I come up as a kid, I had low self-esteem. Didn't never want to hang with no one. Wanted to just be by myself. And most kids, they wanted to play in the park, play football, basketball. Me, I was always money hungry. So I did everything to make money. Sold cans, rake yards, cut yards. So what I did after that, I started doing other things. Taking from people, stealing. I was doing the wrong things. But as a young kid, want things in life, and you can't just get anything you want, you go to the next level. And that's one thing I want to teach you. You don't have to take nothing. All you do is use your mouth and open up your mouth and ask, you get anything you want. So from there, I had to fight more harder. I had to fight for myself, not just for a dream and goal. I had to fight for myself to get out of the mud that I was stuck in. And then I started going and working. And as I started working, I found my new fight and my new dream. And I started making the money and getting things I want because I was working. So it made me a hard worker. I started working at the age 8. And it's no 8-year-old that worked like I did.
What type of work did you do?
Well, I started working at a music store. And his name is Dave Smith. And he took me in as like his child. And he's a Caucasian. I'm a black American. But he took me in and he showed me how to work on horns, clean horns. He started letting me walk the dog, make money. And at 8 years old, I was making $100 a week, more than grown-ups. But I was doing it, and he knew as I was doing bad things in my life as a youth, I always get bad things happen to me. It's like switch. You know, I do something bad, bad things happen to me. So as a kid, I had to learn. I can't go and just keep doing the things I'm doing because I'm never going to get on that positive level I want to get on. and I'm never gonna have anything good happen for me. So I had to switch myself. And negative thing for me and bad thing to me, I feel like the devil was getting at me, and I feel like God was punishing me for many reasons. My mom was getting beat up. I feel like I was doing so many bad things, you know, it was taking out on her. You know, that's why she was going through things, because, you know, the bad stuff I was doing. So it made me feel sad, and I just went off that to trying to just reinforce myself and think other ways to make money and not take from people and just do right. So I found boxing, and I stuck with boxing. I got with Roy Jones Sr., and he started training me the fundamental more. You know, as I was coming from California, I come to Pensacola in the summertime to visit, and I go back to California. Had my grandma Ida Goodson here in Pensacola. I started coming here every summer from California to Pensacola to stay with my grandma for the summertime. My grandma was Ida Goodson. She was a jazz and blues player. She played all over the churches, and she played at a bunch of clubs. Seville Quarter downtown Pensacola, one of her favorite spots. She lived a great life, and she was teaching me how to be a go-getter and just live by the God word, because she was a God. I think the thing that got me to open my eyes more as I got older was my kids. When I had my first little girl, Aaliyah Johnson, I had to change. It made me fight harder, but it made me work harder. It made me start thinking to do other things like fashion design. I wanted to be an artist. I mean, I went everywhere just to try to make it for my daughter. Then I had my second daughter. I really wanted to make something of myself. So I still box. I boxed, but I did boxing for money. And that was the bad part, because everybody knows you can't be a great fighter chasing money. But my thing was, I had two little girls, and I ain't had no choice. So I had to continue fighting. I was an entrepreneur. I started detailing cars. I worked a job as a counselor, and I just did everything I could do, you know, just to make it for them. In Los Angeles, I went to LA, California. I got shot at the age 12, and it was the most scary thing in my life. It was for nothing, you know. That's why I tell you, don't shoot just because you feel like you need to shoot at someone. Don't shoot, period. Shooting someone, it really kills your life, because you're going to get caught or you're going to get shot back at and you're probably killed. One thing I like to share with everyone is, I don't care if you're a adult, a youth, a baby, a grandma. Everybody in this life got to have goals, and they got to have a dream. If you say you don't have a dream, you need to find yourself. That means you're lost. That means you're not happy with yourself. If you say you got goals, that means you got to sit down and think it out. You can't just talk about it. You got to be about it. Work on your dreams and work on your goals. The only thing I would like to say and leave y'all with a message is fight for your dreams.